Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Disco Elysium. Last episode we explored all the village, we did a lot of stuff, and now it's time. Okay, I can talk to you. Let me check something. I can talk to you about Ruby or something changed.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is this with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
That my motor car is in the sea, by the way, point to the sunken pico.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
It was an accident, I'm sorry.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
I'm actually in the middle of a murder investigation right now.
Police business. I understand. Anything I can help you with?
I'm looking for someone else actually.
Oh? Who? Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Okay, bye. Nothing. Okay, let's give it another explore to this island. Hey, can I talk to you again?
Our tenant, the policeman.
No. And the little kids are probably playing and doing their stuff. So let's continue. I will try to check the traps if I can right now. Something here. Yeah, why my game is looking like this? Let me check. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't know what is looking like this because I already explored the map and normally it doesn't show like that. Okay, it's the father and the little dude. And this is the building that has the let me check. Yeah, the basement. Can I see something here? Can I do something here? I remember that I can interact with these ones, but I don't know.
You see, a once bright mural.
Yeah, we were ready. So
used to
step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Hey, what do I feel? I know this place.
Indeed, somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin, gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before, when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
What is this building?
Some sort of industrial room? I don't recognize the name of the company. R&D used to mean research and development. It looks long abandoned.
Hey, could Ruby be in there?
There? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Okay. Yeah, something is happening. And I have a lot of stuff. Hey, I need shivers. Let me leave. Yeah, I have shivers in my clothes. Anything that give me shivers? Shivers. Shivers +1. Okay. Shivers +1. Okay. Let me drop a save and let's give it a try.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Listen to the wind.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen did not. And now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning, with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before?
Yeah.
Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas? A prayer of sorts? To Rivershaw?
Turn to the lieutenant. She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know
Yeah,
it
no,
doesn't
she's
feel
not
like
in the church.
progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if it fails, if we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, displays. I'm sure it won't come to that.
He looks behind him at the dark bog crumbling across the champs.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again.
Let's give it a try. Let me drop a save.
The
Let's give it a try again.
once bright mural
Okay, listen to the
towers
shivers
above
again,
you,
to the
saying,
wind again.
Felled electric. Suddenly,
And again.
there's a sigh carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box.
Oh crap,
front
she's
of
in
you
here.
in her breath, flowing through it,
Where does it go?
in through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
Say, I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
We look everywhere else.
Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
There's a ladder next to the sign, point to it. Perhaps we can climb if enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Yeah, we'll climb it. Wow, that was crazy. Okay, give me my drama. Give me my visual calculus. And what was the other thing that I changed? My shirt, I'm pretty sure. No. Gloves. Drama, authority, logic. Yeah, mama, no. I didn't change anything else. Okay, what? Yeah, I saw this like the last my last session of. I will come here. Wait me a little bit. I want to do the traps because I haven't done them, and we will come here in a moment. And I was checking my last recording, and I saw that. Yeah, and when I saw it, I say, okay, we need to check them because they are still lighting, and when they are still lighting, it's because they have to. Okay, this is the Steve. They remove the corpse. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go all the way to the coast. Yeah, I need to check out the traps, and then we will come here and yeah, Ruby's in there. Yeah, I was running crazy. I checked all my videos and I was like, dude, she has to be someplace that I haven't checked. And then I saw the two signs and I said, okay, we need to go to the basement. But this was the other one, and I have a couple stuff that will help me to open it. But I didn't want to take like drugs or stuff to open them, because that's the stuff that you need to do. Okay, this one is I can put it up.
All the traps are stopped now, and still no sight of the phasmid.
Okay. So we only need to put one up. Okay, let's go inside the building. If Ruby is in there, we will just talk to her, and I hope everything goes fine from there. Because that's the only task. I need to call the library at 10, and we have a couple tasks, but they are totally secondary. All my primary stuff right now are all done, and I need to go to the church and talk to Andre and the dudes to help the woman a little bit. But more than that, I'm done with the majority of the stuff. Okay, come here. Yeah, this is going to get crazy here. And let's drop a freaking save because I don't want to die like him said. What is in there? Okay. No. What? Okay, I reload by mistake. My bad. Yeah, let me drop a save here. And what do you have here? What is that? Okay, let's go all the way up.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp.
Okay people, the game just crashed and yeah, I have to reload. So
A rusty ladder leads to
it's
the
okay.
rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the
The
situation.
distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 seems about right.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
If you don't want to climb, if I don't want to climb, if I just teleport,
Teleportation is not a thing.
the returns are you stone face.
Even if it isn't, no one told you.
I won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
Yeah, you're not ready to do this yet. I'm seeing that we have something here. Yeah. Let's try here. Let's come here. What is this? Let's interact with this stuff. Let me drop a save. Yeah, because the game is crashing and I'm fearing that something will happen.
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotten boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the fell building? A building like this must have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access.
Come closer and look in.
Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
What's in there?
An ordinary drainage pipe.
Okay, what else?
Darkness. As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side. And nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
Could we get into the fell building through this pipe?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around.
He looks
He
around.
means the pipe must be coming from somewhere in the building.
And it's right here, a maintenance door.
Okay, let's leave. We can do something. Okay, let me check if we have another way to go inside. No, I'm not seeing it. And the traps are already put. I need to talk to
All
Moral.
the traps
Everything seems fine. Okay, or we climb or we go there. What you were needing? You were needing Savior what?
The rusty ladder leads
Savior
to the
Fairy.
rooftop.
Okay. Well, let me check my clothes. Okay, I have one here. Okay, how much to
The
perform
rusty
with one?
ladder leads to the
42.
roof-
Okay, let's give it a try. Let me drop a save and let's give it a try.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Teleport to the roof.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate.
I don't think this is going to work. But let's go.
You. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is
Do it.
zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear. Your atoms fading out of
Really, this is
existence.
happening?
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered
Really?
the art of physical displacement.
Okay, don't glow. Just stand there like the Asamaran master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear,
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside.
Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Oh, okay. Nah, let's change my glasses again. Man, this game, man, this game. Okay, what do you have here? The central support being destroyed by artillery fire. Okay, let's get out. Let's get down. Just run, man. Yeah, running into a building that is going to collapse is a super good idea. Yeah, you learn it in this channel. Apply it for your life. What do you have here? The glass covered with a green and dust. You can barely see out. And we have anything else? No. Let's go down. Let me drop a safe. Yeah. A antiquated office furniture last century maybe? Broke down and forgotten so long ago. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze in. Bye. And what is in here? The overture table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Okay, let's open to Kim, please.
2 rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Push the doors open. Hey Kim, where are you?
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the 2 metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
You ready?
Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
Okay, and how you got in here? I need to check how he get in here, because I need. You can see what else you can do. What is in here? All file folders in the card documents silvery with mold. And what do you have here? A series of thick dusty panes glass. Give me money. Oh, suggestion one. Okay, that was a good one. What else do we have here? In the bin of the flashes, a service in the wall. Ooh, how I get in there? Let me drop a safe. +1 to Masobian socioeconomics. Stale fabric smell does. No one slept here in months, maybe years. A revolutionary propaganda of the bunk bed. Ancient flyers on brochures. What do we have here? These post plates are full of dust and spider webs. And right there, the same slit window you saw from the outside.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? This does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of.
Yeah, pick out.
Outside the window, another day. The beach sand soaks up the drizzling rain, growing darker and darker.
Could the killer have used this as a hideout?
It's a great place to hide, certainly. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages.
Kim, I can't see the whirling wreck. The shot didn't come from here.
Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough.
Okay, that's good. And what do we got? Oh yeah, the twos. What
A
is he?
mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Is Gray Masov the idol of the murdering traitor?
Some radical or radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
A long time ago? How long?
Half a century. This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing.
He looks around.
I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted.
Could someone have stopped through here recently?
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
He looks at the dust. Come, let's leave this place. Yeah, I don't want to touch that. Pretty messy. I have my gloves, but I don't want to touch it. Okay, what do we have here? Boot prints in the sand. One soles appear more worn than other. Okay. Careful. There is something in the air. Unnatural buzzing. Okay, what is in here? The tunnel collapsed. You have to find another way around. Yeah, man, we find her. Yeah, it has to be here. She has to be here. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound. No, wait, we got something here.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost...
Lieutenant, do you feel
smell.
something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too. Footprints with the rides to Soul Walnut Smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
How bad do you think school get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
He smiles in the dark.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
Oh, we know what Joyce knows about the murder, but I may have other things to discuss with her.
Yes. There won't be time for that once things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but...
If you must.
I suddenly remember we were running the serial number on the victim's armor.
You think we should finish running it now? Maybe you're right. It might not be as useful later.
It's a minor point. Don't worry too much about this.
Yeah.
There are bigger fish.
What do you think is waiting for us there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise. Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, we need to do it. I have a couple tasks. Let me check my task here. Stuff right now. What is it here? The Uncilian Phasmid. Okay, the dead body in the bulwark. Help Suna project. Solve the egg puzzle. The hostel. Determining where the shot came from. To find the murder weapon. Run the number of victim armor. Where is the rest of the armor? Sing the karaoke. Yeah. We don't have like anything like this. Like you say, what? If I don't do this right now, I will missing everything. What do you have? A concrete pipe buried in sand. It feels strange. Okay, what do we have here? Money? And you? More money. Give me all the goodies. I have 40 right now.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Say the shadowy figure by the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways.
Don't cover your... Yeah. It will explode my tympanus.
That's an awful decision. Why
okay.
would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Are you going to kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAN frequency.
Yeah, I saw your equation is the Ulan frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Okay, let's continue.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
Sounds like she knew someone who used to man one of those stations. But she won't tell you about her. Boy, you're one empathetic police officer to have guessed even that right.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, The frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods toward the torture device.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, way beyond.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
What is this gonna pale anyway?
Pale? It's the end of the world.
Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Camp?
Turn this.
The lieutenant clutched his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regarded you and King with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She stepped reclutantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
The gun she's carrying is a two-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
How did you know we were
I
coming?
heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
Be by hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, Isabel, the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
Why hide the bullet, though?
This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
Did you shoot Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
Yeah, you're right. Classy was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Your first guess wasn't entirely off.
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were on the coast.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like,
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
how the fuck do the rest of you get by?
I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
Our investigation, Wins from the Pain, has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Look, there is a secret way from the first floor of the building to the roof.
Don't know it. But also,
She frowns and studies your
the
face.
shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
The pen stops him from finishing the sentence.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Yeah, you have a gun?
And
Where did you get it?
the gun store.
What gun
Trigger
store?
Happy Jacks.
Really? Trigger?
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
I see it's a front loader. Do you have any other gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
Do you collect guns? Maybe all rifles?
No, they're not practical. Break too often.
Okay, Wins, there's other evidence I want to ask you about.
Yeah, evidence.
Would you say Lely was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I don't think she's perjuring herself.
Yeah.
She didn't hate him, okay?
You don't feel sympathy for mercs? It's hard. No, I have another question.
I'm listening.
Do you like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Is that the only reason you hang out the roof?
The view's pretty bomb too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
You're running drugs from the Union. I've been through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her. Maybe twist the knife, just in case.
No, he didn't. I
Make
found
her
my
more desperate.
own way in.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
A bitter smile.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
You had a financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union.
The lieutenant is unable to articulate his
She
question.
deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns to the knob down just a millimeter. But you're threatening us with it?
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
She responds holding your gaze. Okay, let's take a step back. Okay.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claudia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened the Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
He struggled to finish the sentence.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Wait, did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
Classy said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
How did you manage to come up with this plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
She lied to you about that, too.
That's bad that she was so calm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lily herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me what's my name if you know that about me. You must know my name.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
La Puta Madre, yeah, I heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
I know I'm supposed to know all of this, but I lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular? Or
When I came into town, was anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
I don't know what happened to them.
Sure you do. I bet they're just outside waiting. I guess I'll take my chances.
Who was in this squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Literally,
Yeah, no idea.
Satellite Officer Vicmere looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Mino. We could either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off.
I think I know them. They are in Martinez.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Do you know anything about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
El board trails off into the white noise. In your head, it feels like an aneurysm approaching. Let's do it here. I can't take it anymore, just go. Don't attempt to destroy the compressor. Oh, we did it. Oh crap. Okay, what is going to happen? So we work to the gangsters. Oh crap.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
Yeah, you're okay, Kim?
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
She put the barrel into the gun into her mouth. 83%. Yeah, let's give it a try. Convince her to put the gun down.
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options.
What options?
You know.
Maybe I can still talk to her out of it.
This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives.
Please, put your hands up. Just walk away.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Gratitude, doubt. She's still ready to go.
You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
The lieutenant is still unsteadying his feet. Thanks, rub your
I
temples.
would have done the same, had I not been incapacitated.
I think she didn't do it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
He points to the back of the cavern. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my social media. See you on the next video. Bye bye.